Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare ancient Roman peas from the fifth book of the Requinarium, dedicated to legumes, a cold dish perfect for summer. We start with ingredients. We need dried peas, olive oil, white wine vinegar, eggs and onions. First, we boil the peas for about 30 minutes, until they are tender enough to be mashed with a spoon. The author doesn't specify to use dried peas. If you choose fresh peas, keep in mind that the cooking time will be shorter. Recipes with overcooked mashed legumes are very common in ancient and medieval cooking. In the past, we prepared peas with meatballs and fava beans from the same book of the Requinarium. In this case, the mashed peas are served after cooling down, as specified by the author, who writes to put them in cold water, frigida in Latin. As we've seen a few months ago, preparing an appetizer based on apricots, Romans cooled water with snow, collected in winter and stored to be used in summer to cool wine and food. You find the links to the videos to prepare apricots and legumes in the description below. Meanwhile, we mince the onion and the hard-boiled egg white and keep the yolks aside. To know more about food in the antiquity, check out our book Ancient Roman Cooking on Amazon, in which you find information about the ingredients, sources and food culture, in addition to recipes selected from various authors. On our Patreon page instead, you find articles and translations of ancient and medieval sources of cooking and dietetics, among which the first 3 books of the Requinarium. If you're interested in medieval cooking, check out our new book Registrum Coquine, a medieval cookbook, with more than 80 recipes from a beautiful 15th century source. To support our work, you can also buy us a beer or purchase our merchandise. You find all the links in the description below. When the peas are cooked through, we let them cool down, then add the onion, egg white, 2 pinches of salt, olive oil and vinegar. The ratio among the ingredients can change considerably, still obtaining an excellent outcome, so we suggest following your taste. The only suggestion the author writes is to add just a small amount of vinegar. For 100 grams of peas, we used about 1/4 of an onion and 1 egg white. The mashed peas can turn quite dry, so we suggest using a good amount of olive oil. We plate the mashed peas, sprinkling the hard-boiled yolk on top. The author writes to pass it through a sieve, but we obtain a better outcome with the back of a grater. Then we add a drizzle of olive oil. The peas turned out sweet and intense. We used raw onion, because the author of this recipe specifies when the preparations require a pre-cooked onion. If you want a sweeter taste, however, you can simmer it briefly. For this recipe, the author doesn't use garum, but salt. In any case, if you want more flavor, use garum to your taste, and surely you don't go wrong. It recalled traditional Middle Eastern hummus, despite the ingredients are a bit different. For example, onion, egg yolk and vinegar, instead of garlic, tahini and lemon juice. The principles are very similar. We used 2 times extra virgin olive oil, but the author specifies to use it just for the final dressing, calling it oleum viridem. A good pairing for this recipe is with ofella, which is an ancient steak, guinea fowl or Parthian chicken, or a seafood dish such as octopus or shrimp cakes. We tried them with the ancient Sicilian sea bass, that we presented 2 weeks ago. And it was a bit heavy on the stomach, but very good. You find the links to the videos in the description below. If you're interested in ancient foods and flavors, subscribe our channel and consider supporting us on Patreon.